All right, we're good now. Good afternoon. Good evening. VBS day number 2. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and get started off with the Sea of Galilee. The Sea of Galilee. Let's stand. We stand at VBS. We don't sit down at VBS no more. No more. All right, brother. Let's go get us started.
There's a sea, there's a sea, there's a sea of Galilee. There's a sea, there's a sea, there's a sea of Galilee. There's a sea, there's a sea, there's a sea of Galilee, and there's a boat in the Sea of Galilee. There's a boat in the Sea of Galilee. There's a boat, there's a boat. There's a boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are men, there are men. There are men in the boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are hands in the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are hands in the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are hands, there are hands. There are hands in the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are nets, there are nets. There are nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee. There are fish, there are fish. There are fish in the nets in the hands of the man in the boat in the Sea of Galilee, and there are many fish in the nets in the Sea of Galilee. Many fish in the nets in the Sea of Galilee. Many fish in the nets in the Sea of Galilee.
Y'all throwing us off guard. Go to the next song. All right, what's the next song, Sister Ron? Yeah. All right, we're going to be singing Rise and Shine. Do I have any volunteers to come on down? Any volunteers? Brother Steve. All right, Brother Steve, you got one told. All right, I guess I got one told some people. Let's go with AJ. Corbin. Hey, what dope should we get, Brother Steve? Hey, you said Brother Barnwell? All right, Brother Barnwell, come on down. He's right there. All right, let's sing. Ready, Brother Steve? Start us off. The Lord told Noah there's gonna be a floody, floody. The Lord told Noah there's gonna be a floody, floody. Get those children out of the muddy, muddy children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. So Noah, he built him an arky, Noah, he built him an arky, built it out of gopher, barky, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord. The animals, they came on by twosies, animals, they came on by twosies,
All right, want to say good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right, I have been tasked with getting our special guest out tonight. So we're going to need a little bit of help, all right? He's a little shy. I think when y'all get in here, warm up. So we need to do a little chant, okay? His name is Vinny the Vine. Y'all got it? Vinny the Vine, all right? So we got to start chanting for him, all right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Vinny, 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 Vinny. All rise. All rise. Let's get the chant going. Vinny, Vinny, Vinny. Vinny, 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 Vinny. Who said stop? Hello, everybody. I say hello, everybody. My name is Vinny the Vine. Say it with me. Vinny the Vine. And welcome to Vacation Bible School. We are so happy to have each and every one of you here, where our theme this week is fruitful. Can you say it with me? Fruitful. And we're talking about the fruit of the Spirit. And so we're going to have a great time this week. And look at this fruit that's been dropped on the floor. Don't eat this fruit that's on the floor. That's not good fruit to eat. But you can have some good fruit. I have some good real fruit over here that we're going to partake of, and we'll have a good time eating it. I am excited. So I'm going to start asking some questions for you all. And if you answer the question, you may be able to get some real fruit. But you can't eat it until afterwards, all right? So let me ask a question. I'm gonna start over. All right, you know what? You know I love it when they make eye contact with me and then they duck their head. So let me ask a question to the teen group. Everybody's eyes got this big. Tell me something that you're excited about. Teen group. What was that? Fruit. Ah, give me something more than that. What are you excited about?
Food next door.
The food, who said the food next door? I'm throwing out oranges. Here you go. Catch. All got one. Middlers, tell me something you're excited about, apple or orange? Orange, tell me something you're excited about.
I get to be here learning more about God's word.
He said he gets to be word. Give him my hand. Let's go over here to the early elementary. Tell me something that you're excited about. Ivy has her hand up. Tell me what you're excited about. Okay. Ivy says she's excited about she gets to go to the park. And guess what we'll be doing this coming Saturday, Lord willing? We're going to the park. So you get Banana. Which one are you on? Apple or orange? Apple. All right, we're going to give her an apple. Adults. Where are the adults? All right, adults, what are you excited about? Somebody tell me what you're excited about. If you can't catch, don't raise your hand because I am throwing them like the Rolls and Lamberts. Adults.
Vinny Divine.
Vinny Divine, you excited about Vinny? All right, but that doesn't get you in the fruit though.
Being able to spend time with my brothers and sisters.
Yeah!
And bringing my visitors.
There you go. Apple or an orange?
Apple.
Ooh, I'm gonna toss this now. Let's see if we got skill. Here we go. You ready? And a one. And a two.
Go break something.
And a... all right, you ready? Who all has faith that she can catch this? Let's go. Everybody count with me. A one, a two, a three. All right. So we're excited. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring up our lovely singers. They're going to come back up and they're going to sing again. And then guess what you're going to hear after they get done singing? All right, you're excited. I'm going to come get you a little bit later, all right? And after they get done singing these next two selections, I'm coming back up again. And then we're going to do another activity. And then we're going to send you all off to class. All right? Everybody got it? Come on down, singers.
I think the next song we're singing is If You Love Jesus. If You Love Jesus. Let's stand. Any more volunteers want to come down? Sister Stacy, you want to come down? What? You want to come down? No, thank you. Oh, okay. Any more volunteers? I sing. If you love Jesus,
If you love Jesus,
clap your hands,
clap your hands.
If you love Jesus,
If you love Jesus,
stomp your feet,
stomp your feet. Na 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 na. Hey, na 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 na. Ooh ah, sock it to the devil. Ooh.
if you love Jesus,
If you love Jesus,
nod your head,
nod your head. Na 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 na. Hey, na na na. Ooh ah, sock it to the devil. Ooh.
if you love Jesus,
If you love Jesus,
do all three,
do all three. Na 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 na. Hey, na 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 na. Ooh ah, sock it to the devil. Ooh.
no one volunteer and come down? You got this. Get started. I'll sing. I may never march in the infantry,
Ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly over the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army.
yes, sir.
I'm in the Lord's army. cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly over the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yeah! I'm in the Lord's army. Yeah! I'm in the Lord's army. Yeah! I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly over the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. How you living? I'm in the Lord's army. How you living? I'm in the Lord's army. How you living?
That's it. We won't be singing Father Abraham this day. Y'all not giving no energy.
All right. In the Lord's army. Thank you so much. All right. At this time, I am going to ask our holy DJ in the back to bring up the slide for me, please. So I got an activity for everybody. Now, how many people in here know how to count to 5? Can y'all count to 5? All right, everybody can count to 5? So, I keep wanting to call y'all beginners. Here's what I need you all to do first. So I want you all to count off by 5s. And you are number 1, 2. Remember your number. Now you are number 1, 3, 4, 5. You are number 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, y'all remember your numbers, right? All right, so now, you remember this number. All right, early elementary teachers, bring out your phones because I need you all to take a picture. You got an assignment to do. Take out your phones. All the rest of the teachers, bring out your phones because there's something that your class is going to do. Adults, take out your phones because there's something that you're going to have to do also. All right, here we go. For our early elementary, on the screen it's going to say beginners, but they are not beginners. They're early elementary. Here's what we want you all to do. Bring up the next slide, please. So, here's our activity. Are you all ready for your activity? If you had number 1, then here's how we show kindness to others. We show kindness and we're showing goodness to others. How do you do that? Number 1, this is how you're going to show that goodness and kindness. Give someone a big smile. So if you were number 1, your goal is to give somebody a big smile. If you were number 2, tell a friend, I'm glad you're here. Number 3, you'll give your teacher a high five. So this will happen between now and when you all get back. Number 4, help pick up something. And then finally, if you are number 5, tell someone that Jesus loves you. So they'll help you remember your number when you get out of class, and then you do one of those things while you're in class before you get back. All right? Easy enough, right? I know it's easy enough. All right, here we go. For everybody else, and the slide literally says, everybody else. Let's count off. All right, I need you all to count faster. Let's go. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1.
no, I'm sorry.
2, 3, 4.
Your number 5. 1. Yeah, she's 5. Y'all confusing me. 1.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh. Adults, you got to do this too. Brother Young, you too. Here you go. Dan.
3, 4, 5.
Come on, faster. What are you, -1? 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at you. Come on. What number? We're at this one. There you go. There you go. Now I said 4. Now wait a minute. I said 4 and she went back to 1. All right, so after 4 comes, look at me, I'm giving you a hint. All right. 2, 3. Here we go. You're right here. You're 4. 4. There you go. right, so remember your numbers, because if you're number one, you have to tell 3 people something positive. If you're number 2, help clean up something without being asked. Husband, that goes for us at home. Number 3, pray for someone before you leave tonight. Number 4, introduce yourself to someone that you don't know. And finally, if you have number 5, invite someone to worship this Sunday. So everybody has something to do. Just like in God's kingdom, everybody has something to do. Can you say it with me? Everybody has something to do. Now at this time, it's time for everybody to get ready to go to class. Are you all ready to go to class? Are you ready to go to class? Tonight we're going to be talking about kindness and goodness. Say it with me. Kindness and goodness. Remember from yesterday.
Kindness and goodness. Kindness, goodness. Kindness, goodness. Goodness. Kindness. Goodness. Kindness. Goodness.
All right. We're going to get our holy DJ in the back to give us some walking music so we can get ready to go. Let's go with our early elementary group. Everybody, early elementary, let's get them ready to go out to class. Here we go. And they're off. There you go. And they're off. 2, 3, 4, now off. There you go. There they're marching. And they're marching. And they're marching. There you go. And they're marching. And they're marching. And you all going to come get in line with them and you're going to march. All right, there you go. You're marching with them. Yes, there you go. Vinny Divine is out of breath. Marching, 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 marching. There you go. There you go. No, figure it out. Figure it out. Right here. And march. And march. And march. And march. Keep marching. There you go. There you go. Dan, don't you march. You stay right there, Dan. Don't get. All right. All right, so today, we have Brother Kevin Lee. He is going to teach our class today on kindness and goodness. And who knows, he has the basket of fruit. He may throw you all out some fruit depending on how you participate in class. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Brother Kevin Lee.
I'm good, clap. How you guys doing this evening? All right. Welcome to night 2 of VBS. Tonight's lesson is about kindness and goodness. Lesson 1, recap real quick, lesson 1 was yesterday with Brother Steve, and it was on patience and faithfulness, which was a good lesson. My slides are up. And how do you advance these slides? Oh, got it, never mind. All right, lesson 2, kindness and goodness. Can you guys hear me? Hey, if this light's flashing, is it bad? Well, let me, real quick. We good now? Thank you. All right. Kindness and goodness. Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. Oops. How do I go back? Can you take me back a slide, please? A couple slides. I didn't click it. Go back. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I was right there. All right. Now, when I was going over the lesson for this class, there's an interesting story that starts this class, and I couldn't believe it, so I did a little research on it. But I'm just going to read it to you because it's a very interesting story. And some of you guys may have heard about it. It's back in 2008. All right. On a chilly night in 2008, the Gainesville State High School football team stepped off their bus with heavy hearts. Why? Because these weren't your typical high school athletes. They were inmates of the maximum security juvenile facility in Texas
serving time for crimes ranging from theft to assault and robbery. With 0 wins and no home field, they played every game away, and nobody ever came to cheer for them. But that night, something changed. The opposing team, Grapevine Faith, a Christian school, had decided to do something different. Their coach, Chris Hogan, had asked fans, parents, and students to sit on the opponent's side and cheer for those boys. More than 200 people responded. They even learned the names of the teammates, of the players on the other team. They made banners, even formed a tunnel for them to run through. That night, Gainesville just didn't play football. They experienced the power of being seen, supported, and encouraged. Final score doesn't matter, but it was 33-14. They lost. However, they were overwhelmed by the different kind of victory. They experienced kindness. One of the young players told the reporter, "I felt like I was in a dream, like people cared about me." You know, most time we have kids that are going down the wrong path and the parents disown them. They have nobody to look out for them. There's no hope for them. But this night changed those players. Now, this is a true story that reminds us that kindness and goodness aren't just ideas, they are actions. They bring light into darkness, they change lives. Kindness is compassionate and generous. Goodness reflects God's moral nature. Now, a few other facts about that game. Like I said, the Gainesville team was 0-8. They scored 2 touchdowns all year. I thought about the Arkansas Razorbacks when I saw that line, but, you know, we'll leave that alone. Now, their opponent, Faith, the Christian school, a typical Texas high school, 70 kids, 11 coaches for a high school football team. That's like college, but it's just Texas, of course. Had all the updated gear and everything. The Gainesville school had all old gear and ancient helmets, but it didn't matter to them. And let's go back another one. Some of the players were confused, why are we doing this? And the coach said, imagine if you didn't have a home life. Imagine if everybody had pretty much given up on you, which is what happened. Now imagine what it would mean for hundreds of people to be suddenly believe in you. And after the game, of course, both teams gathered in the middle of the field to pray. And that's when Isaiah surprised everybody by asking the lead. Now, Isaiah was a player on the team, the Gainesville team. We had no idea what this kid was going to say, but Coach Hogan told him, go ahead. And Isaiah said this, Lord, I do not know how this happened, so I don't know how to say thank you, but I never would have known there was so many people in the world that cared about us. That's a very touching story. And after the game, these guys walked back to the bus. They were each handed a bag to ride home. Burger, fries, soda, candy, and one other item. Can anybody guess what the item was? There you go. You must have heard about this story, but maybe not. But anyway, it's nice to know that one of the best presents that you can give somebody is absolutely free. Hope. All right, now let's dive into this. Before we get further, let's figure out what kindness and goodness is so we're on the same page. Kindness is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. And goodness is the quality of being morally good or virtuous. So now we have those definitions. Okay, I already read that slide. All right, we're going to look at Mark chapter 1, verses 40 through 45, as the Bible gives us an example of showing kindness and goodness. And it reads, a man with leprosy came to him and begged him on his knees, if you are willing, you can make me clean. Jesus was indignant. He reached out his hand and touched the man. I am willing, he said, be clean. Immediately the leprosy left him and he was cleansed. Jesus sent him away at once with a strong warning. See that you don't tell this to anyone, but go, show yourself to the priest and offer the sacrifice that Moses commanded for your cleansing as a testimony to them. Instead, of course, he went out and began to talk freely, spreading the news. As a result, Jesus could no longer enter a town openly, but stayed outside in lonely places. Yet the people still came to him from everywhere. All right. This brief encounter reveals a profound display of kindness and goodness. And we're going to break it down into 3 ways. The first one is kindness reaches out with compassion. Under Jewish law, lepers were to live in isolation. Most people wouldn't come within 6 feet of them, let alone touch them. But Jesus didn't step back, he leaned in. This was not only an act of healing, but an act of deep kindness. Jesus didn't have to touch the man. He could have healed with a word, as there's other examples in this Bible. But his touch communicated something vital. You're not untouched. You are also not forgotten. Now, I got an example of this not being touched earlier this evening, as I tried to hand Sister Rhonda my thumb drive for the slides I got up here. And I hand to her like this, and she wants to be so as to not touch me. Like as I had the cooties, and the old folks know what cooties are, but I didn't take offense. But I digress. Let me get back. God's kindness does not weigh worthiness. It flows from relationship, like as in seen in Ephesians 2, 4 through 7, like Jesus and David, we're called to reach out, not recoil. All right. Kindness acts with good moral courage. When Jesus healed the leper, he defied social norms and religious customs. This is more than compassion, it was goodness. He acted out of alignment with the character of God, not cultural expectations. We love to live on cultural expectations this day. Jesus upheld the law even while going beyond it in love. Goodness does not ignore truth. It fulfills it. It isn't about approval or popularity. It's about surrendering to God's will. This aligns with the story of the rich young ruler in Luke 18. Man approached Jesus, calling him a good teacher, and asked about eternal life. Jesus replied, "No one is good except God alone. He exposed a man's misunderstanding. Goodness isn't earned by human effort. It flows from God's nature." When Jesus invited the man to surrender his wealth and follow him, what do you think the man did? He walked away sorrowfully. Like the young ruler, we often resist true goodness because it requires us to let go of things that stand in our way of having a more intimate relationship with God. Jesus calls us not to do good, but to also be good by walking with him. Goodness is radical obedience that reflects the heart of God. Now, why do you think the leper shared his story even after Jesus asked him to tell no one? Oh, this is you guys' time to talk. Anybody?
He told the story because when God does something for you, you can't hold it.
Okay.
You're going to tell it.
He's going to tell it?
You're going to tell it.
Okay. Anybody else? Go ahead, Sister Ann. You got a microphone? No.
Can't tell you how many times, God has been good to me, and at times when I just didn't think I was going to make it.
Okay.
I mean, literally, I was in situations like, I am not going to get through this. But I can promise you today, he has gotten me through everything that I needed him for. And yes, I'm definitely going to tell others about that because I want them to know and have hope that they can get through things that they're struggling with.
Okay. What do we do when we get a new car? What's the first thing we do? Once you buy it, once you drive off the lot, you want to show somebody. And that's the same what he did, the leper did. He wanted to go show somebody. He wanted to do more than show. He wanted to tell what had happened to him, what he had experienced, because it was something good.
Can I say one more thing,
Go
brother?
ahead.
I think an important thing to remember with that too is that we need to be careful not to say, "Look what I did," because it's not anything we did. We always want to give the glory back to where that blessing came from, back to God.
Very much so. But of course, like I said, with the car, this is what I did. When we buy a new house, Gonna have a house party, invite everybody we know, especially ones that kind of doubt you, like, or look down on you. You know how it goes in this world. Sister Zachary?
I was just going to say leprosy was a bad disease. Yeah. And so when God healed him, now he's able to go and be with his people.
Right, because like I said, I read earlier, most people wouldn't come within 6 feet of him because it was such a bad, I guess, contagious disease. And that was actually a Jewish law. Stay away from those because they, I guess, very contagious. Anybody else? Where am I at? I am right here. But yeah, I mean, we show off our new cars. We get a new job, making more money. We're going to go brag about it. Who? Somebody had a hand up.
As the song used to say, he was so excited about his healing. And the song said, run, tell that. That's what he did.
I mean, it's normal. I mean, it is normal. But did he tell it that he did it or somebody else did it for him? I'm sure he told somebody else did it for him. Because everybody knew he couldn't do it. Brother Zachary?
On this is that I looked at when the Lord did that for him, he changed his life
Yes.
from what he was suffering from. And that gave him hope.
Okay.
And so it was more or less him repaying what God has done for him by telling others. Not so much sharing, saying, this is what I did, but I'm so thankful for what God has done for me, I have to share it.
And first example, Richard, about their football game. Don't you think that gave those players that had nobody in their corner, all their games were away. They didn't have a home because they were incarcerated, so they didn't have a home to play. So every game they played was on the road in somebody else's home. And I don't know if you know about Texas, some of them football stadiums are like the University of Arkansas down here. Arkansas high schools are trying to compete up here, but they got stadiums that hold 40,000 fans. And you being incarcerated on a football team with ancient gear, just to probably the Wardens as your coach, old uniforms, you go in these people's stadiums, thousands of people on this side, and there's nobody on your side cheering because your parents are pretty much disown you. It meant one person, just want to give one person hope. And that game gave them people some hope. And in this instance right here, him going and telling everybody, like I said, it changed his life. It gave him hope that something good can come out of it. Anybody else? All right, let's keep it going. Could you forward the slide? I got a technical error on this tablet. Oh, it's back. All right. Kindness is good to make an internal impact. Despite Jesus' instructions, the healed leper couldn't contain his joy. He became a living testimony to the kindness and goodness of Jesus. The result, crowds came from every quarter. Again, this is what the Grapevine's faith story demonstrates so well. When kindness or goodness are put on display, people cheer for the marginalized, give generously, or offer healing and restoration. The world notices. The ripple effect of goodness stretches far beyond a single moment. All right. What barriers often prevent us from showing kindness or goodness to others? That's a good question. Sister Ann?
Sometimes it may be fear. We might be really shy. I don't know what that person's going to think of me. I'm just going to hold it and keep it to myself. So sometimes we may be fearful.
Okay. Sister Aaron, you got a microphone? I was going to put another one in rotation.
Okay, they got it. I'm good. I was just going to say, sometimes if there's differences between people, whether that be a language barrier being the difference or maybe they look different than we do or present themselves differently or live somewhere different. And so we're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure how it's going to be taken, or how, they might take it wrong, or they might be offended, or so we might feel like, with there being differences there, it might make us kind of fearful, like Sister Ann said, to go out on a limb or.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's not none of my business mindset.
None of my business mindset. That's a very good one. Keep to yourself. That's a very good one.
A lot of times people feel like, are they going to listen to me? Are they going to accept what I say? They don't want to hear it, and all of it is fear. Fear of what someone else is going to say. But the Bible said God did not give us the spirit of fear. So we have to be bold enough to stand up and to show kindness or goodness to somebody else.
Okay.
If somebody need help, instead of waiting on everybody else to do it, we should be there first. We said we are children of the kingdom. So we need to show that kindness and that goodness that God has told us about. That's part of the fruit. And therefore, we have to get away from being afraid.
Okay.
We got to get away from worrying about what other people are going to say.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest fear. We worried about, if I go to help her, how's she gonna react? How she's gonna treat me? So we have to get away from being afraid of doing things for others.
Okay. Sister Ronnie, I'll come back to you.
Yes. Sometimes it could be pride, because some people may feel like kindness is weakness and they don't want to appear to be weak. So it could be a prideful mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we prejudge people. Like you worry about helping someone and wondering, okay, are they gonna, do bad things they was doing or whatever? We prejudge them and decide that maybe they're not worthy, which is not a call we need to make. We just need to be kind, and however it works for them, it's up to them.
Prejudgment, that's a good word. Okay, I got Sister Brother Zachary, then you two. Go ahead, Brother Zachary.
What I've experienced, something like that, is that maybe the person don't know how to receive it. Maybe they never had been able to, maybe in their home, they have not had that going on in their home where they have learned to receive and to take in kindness. You can be kind to a person, they can not be receptive to it. But what I look at on this part here is that no matter what, you're supposed to show kindness and goodness, no matter what. Have that in your heart. Even though you know that person may not receive you, have it in your heart that this is what you have to do anyway.
Okay.
So.
I had two hands over here. Three hands. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, maybe they don't know. Maybe they weren't taught to do that, and they might not have a Christian heart.
Okay.
That's what
Okay. Understand? Okay, I got Brother Ballard, then Sister Aaron, and Brother McCarter.
Okay. One thing that comes to mind as a Christian, we're taught as Christians to forgive and forgive and forgive, as Jesus said 7 times 70. Now, me forgiving you for stepping on my foot or something like that, throwing a snowball at me last winter, whatever, I just might not do it. I'm a Christian, but I'm a human being first. And people, as a Christian, I will try to forgiveness at all costs, okay? But everyone doesn't believe in Christ. Everyone isn't saved yet. And so everyone doesn't have the same attitude.
Okay. Sister Aaron?
I was just going to add rejection, fear of being rejected. based off of, well, maybe I offered to help this mother who was, had her hands full in the supermarket or whatever, and I got it, I'm good. And then you kind of feel like, well, did I step on somebody's toes? So, and then also judgment, like looking at someone and being like, I'm not helping them this time. I've already helped them with this situation before, and they just keep on, or I've helped them before and they were rude, or they put themselves back in the same situation. So being judgmental.
Okay. Brother McCarty, and I come back to you.
So my mind is drifting back to April or so of 2020. So remember during that time period, we were at the start of the pandemic. And while we're at the start of the pandemic, there was kindness that was being shown, because at that time, nobody knew what was going on. We didn't know if we were next. We didn't know if we were dying next. We had no idea. So there was kindness being shown to people. Remember, people were cheering on the medical professionals that were outside of the hospitals, and people were cheering them on. There was kindness and goodness being spread all around, and it was being spread all together, thinking through the same, because we all knew that our demise could come at the same time. But when we get to a point that we begin to think that my demise may not come when your demise comes, now a barrier comes up. I don't have to be kind because you got your own self into that problem. So now I can take my kindness and I can divvy it out whenever I want to, because I'm immune from what you may be experiencing. But when we understand that we're not immune from this thing called life, and that we understand that Christ is the common unifying factor that we have, all the barriers should fall at that point, because we're striving for the same goal.
Okay. You got a microphone right behind you.
Hello. I was gonna say one thing we had to learn to really overcome this year was greed, because we play such a individual yet team sport. So like we knew things that other people could do better, but we'd hold it in because we want to beat each other. But once we got over that and we bonded as a team, we started eating as a team, we started sharing as a team. That's when we really saw new heights this year.
That's another good example. I'm retired Air Force, so like we was talking about the pandemic, they started thanking nurses and stuff. I've experienced that being in the military after a war. Everybody wants to thank and stuff, so I understand that. About the teamwork, that's because everybody wants to shine, right? Everybody wants to show that what they can do themselves instead of as a team. Yeah, that's another good example. And what's going on in the world right now that prevents a lot of us from being kindness and goodness? It's because the man who's in office that people just, if you're on that side, I don't want nothing to do with you. If you're on this side, I don't want to talk to you. This is how the world is now. You can't have a conversation. It's hard to have a conversation with somebody and have a difference of opinion, but yet still be friendly, or be cordial with each other, be nice with each other. It seems like the meanness wants to come out. I think that's a barrier that's keeping a lot of folks from, why should I put myself in that position? They're not going to listen to me because of their beliefs are different than mine. Sister Ann?
You know, another thing I've noticed that's really sad to me is we have become like immune to kindness. Like an example, I was in the store the other day and there was a woman with her daughter in the shopping cart and the little girl was standing up. And I just said, baby, sit down because, I don't want you to fall. And the mom turned around and looked at me like I had just threatened her child. And I was like, she's like, don't say anything to my child. I was just trying to do a kind act and, keep the child from getting hurt. But we are so defensive now. Like, we don't want to hear good. And it's just sad.
The brother brought up the deal about we had the coronavirus and all, pandemic. What I saw in that time was that virus gave people an opportunity to show their heart. You know, like you get people in certain, they don't want to wear a mask. Well, wearing a mask, well, first of all, it was saving you, but then also it saved the people around you if you were spreading it. So we had an opportunity to really see, okay, when the chips are down, when it's time for you to show kindness, you know, what would you do? So I thought that was a, you know, pretty interesting thing. We had an opportunity to do that.
Do you think that what played a factor in that is that we were to be apart, not to be close to each other? I think it was a little bit easier. Well, because it responded to this comment about the COVID-19 virus.
Yeah.
It was easy to be a little counter and stuff because we're kind of apart, you know. You're told to be apart so you don't get sick, you know, less chance of spreading it. So we're standing farther apart. It's a little bit easier to be kind. Do you think? Did that play a factor? I think it did. I mean, a lot of stuff went, we did a lot of, how long did we do church online for after that? It was a while. It was a couple years before we came back to night we're here now, Wednesday night. I think that played a factor. It's easier, I want to say hide behind the camera, because, you know, like on Zoom, you don't have to be on video. You just have your voice. You know your name may be there, but you don't have to have your video. I think it's a little bit easier for folks to exactly. And I said technology is good. Technology is bad too. Because a lot of kids today do not know how to socialize. Why? This right here. All the time, this is all they're doing. This is not being sociable with somebody else. This, I said technology is good, but it's kind of hindering people if the parents aren't on top of kids, you know, be social and stuff. When they get in this world, they're not going to know how to talk to nobody. And that's definitely a barrier that's going to keep them from showing kindness or goodness, even though they may have it in them. They may not have the strength because they're not used to being personal with other kids or other people. I see it every week in these doors right here. Good morning. Good morning. And they cut in the corner, or they're just not, you know. And like I said again, with society today, the way it's going, you can't disagree with somebody and still be friends with them. Technology, so, you know, you have to be able to communicate with other people. Communication makes the world go round. You got to be able to talk to other people. Nobody's going to know what you're going through if you can't talk to them. You know, like or don't like, you got to be able to get along with other people. That's a big issue in this world today, and I think that is a major barrier that prevents us from showing kindness and goodness. Are there any others anybody can think of? Go ahead, Brother Ballard.
To say you hit the ball on the head there when you said kindness, or communication. You ever heard phrase "birds of a feather flock together"? Okay, there are people who separate themselves just like those birds. Okay, and there's no way you bring them together. I've seen a roof full of pigeons, and 4 or 5 crows come and run them all away. Okay, crows are some bad birds. Okay. There are people just the same, and people, some people refuse to communicate with that bad bird.
Okay. Anybody else? Like I said, if we can overcome some of these barriers to enable our goodness and kindness to show, the better we'll be. The world will be in a better place. All right. On to the next one. Describe a time when someone's kindness or goodness deeply impacted your life. What made it memorable? Memorable? Anybody? I'll tell you one real quick while you guys are thinking about it. Like I said, I was in the Air Force. I did 11 years overseas, and Germany and Portugal. Thanksgiving, Christmas come around. A lot of folks could not go back to the States to be with family for their holidays. So what I did was I'll open my house up. Families just give me $20. I'll take care of everything else. I did all the cooking. I did everything. And just open my house. We have a good meal and just be one family for that day. You know, it's a work family in a way, but come together because holidays, we struggle. We're away from family. We struggle on holidays. So, and I think that was something that I did on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Bring all the folks over, and we just sit around, have a good meal, enjoy each other's company because we can't be with our own families. So that's a prime example I have that I think about that all the time. I was glad I did that. Now it's your turn. Who has one? Go ahead.
Back during COVID, I was staying with my mom, and there was 8 of us in the house, and it kind of had a domino effect in the house, so we were all just stuck in quarantine for weeks. And we started running out of food, and my mom got worried and whatnot and was asking for prayer from our church family. And one day, it was a knock at the door, and when we went to look, it was this big old party pack of KFC, and we was like, we didn't know where it come from because none of us order it, and we found out a couple days later that it was one of her sisters from the church that had ordered it for us.
It was good too, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was COVID, so I was like, look, it's been in our house now, so you can't have it back.
No doubt, it's been contaminated. You had your hand up, Sister Ann?
I think one of my favorite memories is when we had the ice storm several years ago, and Brother and Sister Williams opened their house up. And there were so many of us that stayed there, and we had so much fun playing games. We did our Bible devotions, and they gave me and Olivia like the best room in the house. I felt so special. But that was a great, great, great memory, being with my church family.
Okay, Sister Rhonda, that's Brother Zachary.
It's funny that Sister Ann said that because right before you said it, Sister Huff put in the exact same thing. The Williams
I was
opened
thinking
their
that.
home to several people during the major ice storm. Several of us didn't have power in our home. Let's see, hold on. Yes, it said they didn't have to do it, but they did.
Okay. Brother Zachary?
Yeah, I experienced the same thing. But what we did when they called us and said, "Hey, Brother Zachary, Sister Zachary, we got a room for you," and we said, "Oh no, we're all right. You know, we're okay." And the reason why we said it because we had electric light. That means we could light our stove. All right, but everything else was off. And so we sitting up there, and after a while, it started getting cold. And so I said, "I think we better call Brother Reed." When I called him, he said, "Yeah, we still got the room." I said, "We'll be over there." But what we had when we were there was the best time. That was a great impact of kindness right there. We had a great time each morning. We had breakfast together. We sung. We did everything. We ate a lot of food.
Anybody else?
I'm from Fort Smith. So when I was moving up here for grad school, I was in Walmart, and one of my classmates was there, and we started talking, and I told him I was moving to Fayetteville to go to grad school, and he asked who was helping me, and I was like, I don't know. So he did. We gathered up some kids from Church of Christ in Fort Smith, got a U-Haul. He drove up here, helped me unload everything. The kids helped unload, and I don't know what I would have done without him.
Good, okay. You guys know Brother Williams that's here. My first weekend here, I got here May 29th, 2011. So either June 2nd or something like that. Brother Williams asked me and another brother to go down to Dallas. Didn't know me. Drive his truck back, his pickup truck back with a U-Haul trailer for furniture that he's moving up here. And I didn't have nothing to do. I had just retired, so I didn't have a job. And I was staying with my brother-in-law. But that was I guess that was an example. That's a great example of someone putting trust in another Christian. I wasn't even baptized yet. I didn't get baptized in July that year. But he trusted me because he knew my brother-in-law. Plus, I was a good dude. I've always been a good dude, Nothing to brag about, but, me helping him out in that kind of situation, that was another act I've done. And, of course, me and my brother-in-law back there, we have a friend. You might get that phone call on Saturday morning. My brother, what you got going on today? I need a little help with this or that. And, of course, we always go over there. And the right Brother Barnwell. But no, like I said, was it last year, the year before, the tornado came through and messed your fence and stuff up? We came over there, pitched a hand, I helped rebuild the fence. Just acts like that help people out. It's not about, giving money is easy. You just wait. I ain't got my water on me. But giving money is easy. It's when you give time and your knowledge or whatever you have besides money, it makes a real big difference in somebody's life. Now, I'm sure he appreciated it. This, was it last Friday? We went to good old Brother McCarter's house. I need help with a TV to hang on the wall. Okay. We go over there. Something that was going to take 30 minutes, it took 3 hours. What'd you say? You got the pulpit on Sunday. You can tell your story at the end. It's my time. But no, I mean, it's just stuff like that we do. We may joke around with with each other, but we always are eager to lend a helping hand. And something I'm going through right now with my job is I'm the manager of Rogers Tower. And when I was short a couple years ago, a couple bodies, the manager from Springdale Tower graciously came up because we had a trip, a 30-year anniversary trip to Gatlinburg that we were going, and I wasn't able to go if I didn't have the coverage. And the manager from Springdale, he came up and was like, no problem, I'll take care of it. Now, flip around now, he's down 2 bodies and struggling for manning. And so now for the rest of my summer, I get to spend my time at 2 towers, Rogers and Springdale. But it wasn't a hard decision for me. And if he hadn't done it for me, I was going to help him out. Because it's something we're supposed to do, help each other out in a time of need. It shouldn't be hard. I didn't even have to think about it. It's like, well, because my boss called me like, you don't have, no, I got it. So you don't have to think about it. You just come just like that. Somebody needs help. We should be able to help. Sister Erin?
This was probably close to 10 years ago. And I had kind of a health-related issue when I was out in public. And I wasn't contagious or anything. It was stress-related. But the woman that was around when that happened could have I didn't know her from anybody. She could have excused herself, gotten away from, I was in the women's room, actually laying in the floor. And she was so kind. 10 years later, I still remember the compassion on her face. And I know her name was Nancy, and that's all I know. But she, in a time where I felt very uncomfortable, very vulnerable, unwell, she could have, like I said, there was an employee that had gone to get some assistance, but she stayed with me until someone came back and was just very reassuring. And she mentioned, I've struggled with this type of issue before too, and God has delivered me from that. He's going to do the same. Just the fact that she mentioned God and her faith, I have no doubt in my mind God put her there for her kindness has stuck with me all those years.
Good. Okay. Anybody else want to share one?
A couple years ago, I went to well, my face was like numb, and I couldn't move some part of my body, so I was led to go to the doctor office instead of the hospital. I just didn't think the hospital was going to help me. I've been there before. So the doctor sent me for an MRI.
Okay.
And I had 3 brain aneurysms, ballooning brain aneurysms. So I was immediately taken off work, but the coworkers were very good to me. I didn't expect them to pop up. They fed me a period of a couple weeks daily, and filled up the cabinets and deep freezer. And I just thought it was kind because I wasn't looking for them to do that, but it was a hard time for me where I couldn't drive and go get some things for myself. So it's many, many things I feel that, people have been kind about, because I'm real grateful and appreciative of so much. But yeah, that was a very hard time for me. So I think that was very memorable.
Okay. Brother McCarter?
I was just thinking about, it's probably your last question about the leper. And and back when you're thinking through like the COVID situation, I remember when my wife had COVID and she was being quarantined. And after, talking to her through the door and all that other good kind of thing, when she was finally able to come back out, she was just describing how good it is just to be able to be reconnected back with everybody. And so I can imagine for the leper, after having that experience of being separated, disconnected, not being able to be touched, held, just the warmth of somebody, a handshake, all of that is just like an emotional void. And so now when Jesus heals him, now I can just, in my mind's eye, just visualize, I'm so happy I'm able to be reconnected back, all because of the kindness and the goodness of Christ Jesus. And every time I think about that story and some others, it just gives me that hope on how we ought to show kindness and goodness to others. Because when we do, we don't know what it is they've been disconnected from, who they've been disconnected from, but now having that kindness and goodness may be the thing that they need to connect them to Christ Jesus and to connect them back into feeling like a whole person again.
And you mentioned COVID, everybody was told separate. A lot of folks, well, not a lot, well, I guess a lot of folks, if they didn't close the business down, they had to work from home. So they're stuck in their home for months. Luckily, I was able to go to work. I still had to go to work. Thank God. I don't know if I can just stay at home 3, 4, 8 months at a time, looking at the same people. I love them, but you got to look at the same people all day, every day. It gets a little tiring.
You realize that's my sister you're talking about, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
She be all right. She in the hallway. But just that feeling of, when the world opened back up, basically what happened, it opened back up where you can come back out again. That feeling is coming back together, communicating with other people, just seeing other people. I mean, you see the same people for months, you're like, ugh. Just seeing other people, it makes a big difference. All right, I got one more question for you guys. Now, how can we grow more intentional about displaying kindness and goodness this week in our homes, churches, and communities? What are some of the things that we can do? Any ideas? I got an example. Brother Barnwell's going to take me to dinner after class tonight. I appreciate it. He ain't here. Again, it's twice he's not here. He'll be here tomorrow night because he's teaching. But how can we grow more intentional about displaying kindness and goodness? How can we be more intentional about displaying kindness and goodness to others? Yep. Patience. Okay. Go ahead. Oh, the microphone's right behind you. Okay.
Works, huh? Okay, so like I was saying, we can plan it, consciously plan to be kind and
Okay.
find ways to do that.
I said one way to do that is open yourself up. Be approachable to other people. Don't be standoffish. We get a lot of that these days. Open yourself up. Communicate with people. Just saying.
I know how to turn it on. Is this thing on? No, I'm kidding. Some people are just naturally kind-hearted. This one here and this one here. I know a lot of people that are just naturally kind-hearted, but some of us have to work harder at it. And so, it doesn't come to most of us naturally. So we have to feed ourselves God's word. We have to be full of him, especially at times when it's really hard to be kind, but if you've got it written on your heart, you can think on those things, and when those situations come up, it helps you to be kind. Because like I said, just being for real, it's not always easy.
No, it's not.
But God is our perfect example of kindness.
Go ahead.
Before you do or say something, make sure you're doing it out of kindness and not out of pride.
Very good. Okay.
I think if we put ourselves in that person's shoes, how would we want to be treated?
Okay. Brother Ballard?
Yeah, I'm going to give you two examples here. First place, Combe Street. It's beautiful. Everyone here is very kind. I went home last Wednesday and
ate all that cake, didn't you?
Ate all that cake, man. And you know what? When I put the cake down, I looked at it. I said, wow, this is my family. My family gave me a cake because I hadn't been going on and on, but I made it perfectly clear. My family came here over 700 miles and did not give me a cake for my birthday. I made that perfectly clear. And Brother McCarver and his wife surprised me. I went home and I cried. And I wasn't ready for that. He caught me off guard. Now, I'm going to flip the coin over. Every coin has two sides.
Okay.
I'm a veteran, and I'm at the VA hospital, and my car was down, and a fellow veteran said, hey, James, where you going? I said, I'm going home. He said, I'll take you home. Now, remember, this is the flip side of the coin.
Okay.
I'll take you home. I said, okay, I'd be a fool to turn the ride down. He took me home, say, hey, can I go up and get a drink of water? I said, yeah, come on, get a drink of water. On the way out the door, we talked for a minute. On the way out the door, can I borrow $5? I said, do you really need $5? He said, yeah, I'll give it right back. Okay, I gave him $5. Now remember, this is the flip side of the coin. He comes back 2 days later. Hey, James, hey, man, I really need $10. You got $10, man, please, I'll pay you back Friday. I gave him $10. I gave him the $10, he came back again. I said, look, don't ever come to my house again and ask me for nothing. Okay? Last warning, okay? First and last warning, don't do that again. Next thing I know, 2 days later, My landlord called me. James, your cousin. Now remember, you all from Combs Street know this. You don't know this. I'm from Illinois. I have no biological family here. This guy is outside begging for money from my neighbors. Okay, my landlord calls me. I said, what? What? She said, yeah, your cousin is out here asking people for money. And he came in the office and asked me. Wait a minute, I'll be right down there. I put on my clothes right quick, ran down there, and I saw who it was. She said, that's your cousin, you do something about it. I said, no, you the landlord, you do something about it. Call the police. That's the flip side of the coin. You can be so kind sometimes, and people will take advantage of you. That's one reason you have to watch. You have to limit your kindness. Okay, that's just the flip side of the coin. The only one I had ever told that was Herschel, Brother Herschel, because I was very offended by that. Now let's take kindness on the other hand, Brother. It's what it did to me. I went home and cried about it. So happy, I was so pleased. I felt so loved about that, you know. And it's just two sides to the coin.
It is, and that, unfortunately, the other side you're talking about, you know, that can discourage somebody from, you know, they'd be more careful displaying their kindness. Yeah, be more, you know, that can discourage people from being kind in the future too. I've seen that happen too. But as Christians, that should not stop us if we stay in the Bible, and that's one of the best things we can do is constantly learn about God. Constantly stay in the books, learn about God, and eventually your kindness and goodness will show the more you learn about God. Now I'm going to read you this real quick, and then, because I got 2 minutes, right? Am I down to 2 minutes? All right. Living the fruitful life. Jesus' touch changed the leper's life. Grapevine Face football team reminded broken boys that mattered. These stories converge on the same truth. Kindness and goodness are transformative. They're not just feelings, they're actions rooted in God's love. That's why you need to stay in the Bible. Paul writes in Galatians 5:22 and 23 that kindness and goodness are fruit of the Spirit. These are not personality traits or momentary impulses. They are cultivated through daily surrender, empowered by the Holy Spirit. They shape how we treat others, especially the vulnerable, the forgotten, and the hard to love. And every family has somebody that's hard to love. We all got it. They probably looking at me outside, but whatever. All right, our world desperately needs people who are reflecting the kindness of Christ. People who will take time, give generously, serve faithfully, and love consistently. God has already shown us the way. He demonstrated the ultimate kindness and goodness through the cross of Christ. His generosity and compassion extended to us while we were still sinners. But guess what? Now it's our turn. We are called not to judge who deserves kindness, but to offer it freely. We are not called to perform good works to be noticed, but to reflect God's heart. As you go, look for someone who needs a kind word, a listening ear, or a helping hand. Be the person who reflects God's goodness in a world full of brokenness. And when people ask why, you have the opportunity to point them to the one who touched the untouchable, who healed the hopeless, and who welcomed sinners to his table. Because that's what Jesus does, and that's what we, as his disciples, are called also to do. And as an ending, that's Galatians, that's the 9 fruits. But then I found this picture as I was doing my slides last night. And it's the fruits of the Spirit. But there's a line at the bottom. You know, Brother McCarter yesterday in this sermon is talking about apple has this season, banana has this season of growing. But if you read the bottom of that slide, this fruit is always in season. This should be 24/7, 365 in our lives. And now conclude. And just to forewarn y'all, somebody's got to come do a summary, so be ready.
All right, here we go. Vinny Divine is leading them back in. All right, everybody, they went in a different direction, but that's okay. I'm still going to go this direction. There we go. Who's that teacher? Let's go. We're going to lead them all back in. You all go there. I'm sorry. Come on in. Come on in. Come on down. Look at that long line. Benny Divine says, hello, everybody, and come on in. Come on in. We're going to have 2 rows for you all. Look at this. There you go. I see all the smiling faces. They are ready to share. All right, come on in, come on in. All right. We have everybody in here. Did you all have a good time? Let me ask it again. Did you all have a good time? I heard you all on this side, but I think the big people didn't hear it. You want me to ask it again? Okay, I'm asking it again. Did we all have a good time? There we go. I love the excitement, Ethan. So we had a great time talking about kindness and goodness. So tonight, we're going to have opportunity to do a review. So last time, it took the adults a long time to figure out who was going to come up. So adults, I want you all to think amongst yourselves. All right? Adults, think amongst yourselves. And I want you all to do this with me, adults. Here we go. Take your right hand, adults. We're not going to do this. Raise them high. Everybody that's over the age of 18, if you're able to raise your hand high, raise them high. All right. Take this one pointer finger, point it to the sky. Now go around and around. All right? Around and around. And I want you to do something. On the count of 3, faster, faster, faster. On the count of 3, point to the person that you want to be your spokesperson for the class. Everybody put your hand down. But I see 3 million hands pointed back. He pointed to, wait. He pointed to himself. All right, so adults, still think amongst yourself. We'll figure it all out. All right, so right now, I want to get I keep wanting to call you Millers. It is the Millers. Millers group. Who wants to come down first and give us a review on what you learned?
Okay, class, what scripture did we learn about today?
Hebrews 13:6.
Okay, and what does it say?
Do not neglect to do good and share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God.
Good job.
Great job, great job. You know what? All of you all get some fruit. Pass the basket down. Pass the basket down to them. Everybody gets fruit. All right, next go around for our beginner, early elementary. I'm sorry, I keep you come.
Okay, everybody, what 2 words did we learn today? We learned, what fruit did we learn? The fruit? Goodness and kindness.
All right. I think they get fruit too, Brother Steve. What do you all think? I think they get fruit. If the parents are okay with the little ones getting fruit, we may wait until a little bit later to make sure they're good with getting the fruit. So we'll get you all squared away and taken care of. All right, adults, who have you decided on? We've got one person that's volunteering himself in the back. You know what? Come on down. He's volunteered himself. See, I realize. All right. I thought he wasn't here.
I'm still not here. Today we learned about, there's a thing called a 1-2 punch. Being I'm teaching tomorrow, I had to keep my mouth closed because otherwise I'd have been spilling the beans about everything I'm gonna do tomorrow today. So the 1-2 punch is like this. For every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. Every time you do something without thought, that responds to someone else's heart, you got to remember that God put it in you and you put it in someone else. And that's what we learned today. Kindness gives to goodness, and goodness returns it to being kind.
All right. Give it up for I'm glad he finally showed up. Look, he's here. All right, so thank you all so much for doing a review. You've done an outstanding job. We're gonna go to the, oh, did I forget about the teens? She said, no, I didn't forget about, I'm sorry, teens. Who are you gonna get, teens? Ethan, you've been chosen, come forward.
They weren't gonna let him get off. Get off without doing it.
All right, today we talk about kindness and goodness. But we talk about Hebrews 13:16, which the verse says, do not neglect to do the good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God's Hebrews 13:16. What it's really talking about is caring for others. And when we're talking about kindness and goodness, it both mean helping and loving people just like Jesus did. Living like him means to care for others even if it's hard.
All right, thank you. Teens, good job, great job. All right, so what can you all do? You can all invite somebody else to come out to VBS. And so let me give you all a quick number. Right now in attendance, there are 80 people that attended Vacation Bible School tonight. Give it a hand. Out of that 80, 36 of them are kids. So give a hand there. Vacation Bible School, there's something for everybody at Vacation Bible School. It's not just something like that. There's not just something just for the little ones. There's something for all ages. And so continue to invite somebody to come out and be a part of this great event that we're having as we're talking about being fruitful. I know that we have another slide because I know some people are going to want to know about some snacks and all those things. We're going to get to that, but before we get to it, we're going to ask Brother Ethan to come down and some of his cohorts, and we're going to do the theme song, and then we're going to go to the next part here. Bring up the theme song, please. He's looking like that's not him. But come on down. Who else is going to sing? I need one representative from each group to come down with Brother Ethan. All right, y'all two come down. I need somebody from the, Brother Steve, pick somebody from your class. Pick somebody. I need an adult. Come on down, Sister Ann. Come on down. There you go. There you go. Sister Mills, did you say you were coming down too? Nope. Okay. Just checking. I was just checking.
Everyone sing this a little faster from last night.
All right, let's all stand with them. Get the blood flowing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just like that. All right. Let's see. Trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean out upon yourself. Always let him lead your way, and he will clear the road. So fill my cup with faith to wait. Oh, fill my cup to be kind and good. Oh, fill my cup with joy and peace. Oh, fill my cup with self-control. Oh, fill my cup, let it overflow. Oh, fill my cup, let it overflow. Oh, fill my cup till it overflows. Let it next verse. Don't ever think you're smarter than God. Stay away from evil. It will make you healthy and strong when you learn to trust in God. So fill my cup. Fill my cup with faith to wait. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup to be kind and good. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup with joy and peace. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup with self-control. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup, let it overflow. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup, let it overflow. Oh, fill my cup. Fill my cup, till it overflow. Let it overflow in love. Let us sit down.
All right, thank y'all. All right, so a couple quick announcements. Don't forget about this upcoming Saturday, Lord willing. We're going to have our picnic down at Finger Park, excuse me, which is right next to Walmart on MLK. So Finger Park, that event is going to be happening 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. So please come out, bring a friend, bring somebody out as we have a great time. All types of events will be happening while we're at the park. All right? So it's snack time. Say it with me, snack time. All right, so let me orient you to where snacks are. Snacks are going to be next door in the fellowship hall. So where Brother Herschel is, he's pointing. You're going to exit out of this building and go into the next building to get snacks. But I bet you want to know what the snack is, right? The snack. Anybody want to know what the snack is? Well, I'll tell you what the snack for tomorrow is, Lord willing. Let it roll, please. The snack for tomorrow is that fruit pizza and goldfish, but tonight, the moment that you've been waiting for. Everybody, put your hands together. The moment you've been waiting for. Tonight's snack is popcorn and fruit salad. All right, so right now, I think that we're at the end of our announcements. I think Brother Steve was dismissing us. He's going to dismiss us and bless the food, and then we're going to be dismissed for the evening.
Let's pray together. God, we're grateful for this day to be at VBS once again, God. Grateful for Combe Street to be such an inviting congregation and allow the kids to come out and have some fun and learn about what the Spirit can give us as long as we live by Him and live by God and His Word. We're grateful for your church and grateful for the opportunity that we have to be together. No matter what it takes, God, that we're here and we can just praise God, praise Jesus for everything that He does for us. Grateful for the food and the hands that have provided. Just let it be to the nourishment of our bodies that we can continue to serve you and your kingdom, God. In your son's name I pray, amen.
Amen.
All right, you are dismissed. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, before you go, let's get the beginners, the early elementary. Let's get you all to go first, and then you will follow behind them. Sorry, Dan.